So, Genshin Impact. Knights of Guenevier. I like those things, and I'm gonna draw those things and talk about those things. Yay! Perhaps I'll start with Knights of Guinevere because I have less to say about it. If you're not interested in that though, and you want to hear more about Genshin Impact, skip here. So in case you don't know, Knights of Guinevere is a new show made by the same people that made Digital Circus, along with other shows which I have not watched. Let me know though if I should watch those. If you guys would recommend it, I'll probably watch it. Anyway, what shall I start with? First of all, I like the vibe of it, and my favorite character design is Olivia, I believe her name is. I love how she looks so much. She's so cute and so pretty, and I love her. She's my favorite. Although we don't really get to see a ton about her personality, I just know she's probably not the best person ever, but I still like her. And her little hair things remind me of that one video where there's like a girl and she like gets sold to the circus because her mom didn't want her, and then it like shows what she wanted her life to be like on one side and what her life actually is on the other side. Speaking of characters I like, characters that I thought I would not like is, I think her name was like Frankie or something, or Frank, or like Francesca or something, and the only reason I remember that is because I saw a video where people thought that she was trans just because she had different names, which is kind of weird, but okay. Anyway, I thought I was not gonna like her because she's really ugly, but I think she's actually fine. She's entertaining. Definitely not my favorite design ever, but I actually like her. And I'm not saying it's a bad design, it just personally doesn't appeal to me. Like I said with the Gaslight District, I'm not really a fan of like ugly or like gross type of things, and I'm not trying to be mean here, by the way. Anyway, I prefer the other girl, which I literally don't remember her name, so I will go search up what her name was, guys. Andy, that was her name, Andy. She's cute. I like her design. I like how she looks more than Frankie, but I might actually, I don't know who I like more as a character. I watched this a while ago, guys. It's been 9 days since I watched it. I maybe should have rewatched it for this video just so I could remember more, but I did not do that. Something that I noticed while watching this is I think the humor isn't really exactly what I find to be funny. I don't know if I said this before or not, but I find Digital Circus to be quite funny, and it is my type of humor. This show, however, you know, obviously different writers. It's like, I didn't find it to be super funny. It was like, okay. And oh my goodness, I love how they use like the extreme colors, like the extreme blue for the blue blood. If it's blood, I saw it more as like, I don't know, not literally like blood, but like a type of fuel, kind of like how it's blue in like Xenoblade X. I don't know, guys. Anyway, I really love how that looks with like the extreme blues and reds and pinks and stuff. I love that so much. It's like, it just is so delicious, and I love that. And the art style is cute. I really love how Guinevere is drawn. Like her lips are so cute. I love that. I love how they drew her mouth, her smile. There's something about how she smiles. It's just so perfect. Yes. So far I think Olivia is my favorite character. Not that we've seen like any of her. And then my second favorite is maybe Guinevere, probably. I think that is the case. And then after that, the two girls maybe are equal. Yeah. Sorry, I don't have much to say about this show. It's only been one episode, and I hope that this story will kind of have mystery to it. I think that would be cool. Kind of like, they need to like figure out some stuff, or you need to figure out some stuff, kind of like Attack on Titan, where it's like, with like a lot of plot twists, and it's like, oh my goodness, that moment when I can't explain good. You know what I mean, I'm sure. If not, apologies. And I also really love the design of like that monster guy, and I love how Guinevere asked if it was like their parent or guardian, and then immediately just goes to kill it. I love that, and I think that they did really well is showing that the big guy was very strong, and then showing that Guinevere is stronger and was able to kill him super easily. I find that was very good. It's a great way to show that she is very strong. It is just good writing in that case, and I am interested to see what happens with the rest of the show. You know, it's kind of hard to say a lot based off of just one episode, in my opinion. Yeah, so I thought it was nice. Would I say I love it? No, it's like, yeah, it's nice, it's cute. I'll have to see. And the last thing I have to say about it is I hope that the show doesn't get like, I don't know the right word, but like maybe overshadowed or like focused too much on like bashing Disney, because it's made by the girl who made the Owl House, which it's a show, I guess, about like, I think it's like a magic school show with like a lot of homosexuals in it. Other than that, I don't really know much, but her show got canceled. I'm pretty sure basically what happened is her show got canceled, even though it was doing really well and making lots of money, so I don't know why they canceled it. And she's kind of mad at Disney, and there's a lot of like jabs at them in the show, so I hope it's not too much like about that, because otherwise that's kind of trash. But yeah, I hope it's gonna be good. You know, it's really hard for me to tell from the first episode. That is all for that. Hopefully my drawings are good. I have not started on them yet, and I'm very scared because, guys, I am so scared of drawing fan art and showing it. Ooh, there's a reason I don't draw fan art, but I don't really know what else to draw for the background of this video, because what else am I supposed to do? I hate drawing fan art because it's so scary, because what if you draw the characters bad? And I'm sure that there will be at least one piece of art in this video that I will be embarrassed about and will not want to show. Yeah, that's all. Hopefully my art is good, or at least somewhat decent, or at least not completely embarrassing. Fan art is just, it's so spooky to me, especially if it's a character that I really like, especially if it's a male character. I'm gonna end up drawing male characters for Genshin, I'm sure. Anyway, let's speaking of Genshin, I really like it again. Oh my goodness, guys, I love it again. It got good. Not cry so far is spectacular. I just finished the second part of the quest yesterday. Oh! Guys, I need more. I only play the Archon quests in Genshin now, so I do not play any of the events, and I don't know why I felt the need to mention that. I really love it so far. Guys, okay, so starting with Inefa's quest. Gonna be honest, when I saw Inefa's like drip marketing, I was thinking like, what the heck? This is so stupid. What is this? I thought it was like Emily, where it's like, why does this girl exist? I literally have not seen her in game once, other than where you can see all the characters. Not once have I seen her in game. It's so bad. I don't even know who that is. Like, who the heck is Emily, bro? And why is she a 5-star? Please explain to me, why the heck does she exist? I thought it was like that, and I was like, oh my goodness, why the heck does Inefa exist? Is this another Natlan character? And it's like so out of place. But after I played the quest, I actually really love Inefa, and she's so awesome and cute. I love Inefa. I love girl robot characters a lot. They're so awesome. She actually did end up fitting in the game, because I thought it was gonna be like another Natlan thing where it's like, why the heck is this technology here? Why is there a literally pixel art dragon? Why are these the designs? These look so L. They don't look Genshin-y, you know? It's just so trash. And gonna be honest, I didn't even realize how bad Natlan was until we got into Nodcry, because at the time I was just thinking, oh, it's probably just because I don't really like video games as much anymore, which is true. I don't really like video games as much as I used to, so I thought that was it. But no, straight up, Natlan was terrible, and I didn't realize it until now. I knew, obviously, it was the worst region so far, but I didn't realize it was straight up bad. Like, oh my goodness, it's like not good, guys. How many designs actually look like Genshin Impact? Like Mualani, maybe Kanichi a bit, if we're ignoring the literally pixel dragon, which they did kind of explain why he looks like that in the quest, and I'm a lot more forgiving to how he looks now, but ooh, I still not a fan of it. It would have been better if he at least looked like a robot or something. I don't know. I really liked Inefa's quest. It was really cute. And this is something that gets mentioned later when you actually get to Nodcry. But okay, they mentioned when you get to Nodcry that there is the 3 moons, right? The Frost Moon, the Eternal Moon, and the Incandescent Moon. And they said that the only moon that they didn't find the body of was the Incandescent Moon. And Inefa's quest was all about her finding her memories again, correct? So I am fairly certain that Paimon is the Incandescent Moon, because it's the only one that they didn't find their body, and I think it would be a parallel to like Inefa's quest, if that's the correct word, that Paimon would regain her memories in a similar way that Inefa did, and that she also would have split into 2 or something. That like there's another, I am explaining this probably very terribly, but if you played the quest, you probably know what I'm trying to say. As soon as whoever said that, I don't remember if it was Columbina or Lauma, but as soon as they said that, that is what I thought, and I thought it just would be a perfect parallel to Inefa's quest. It just works so perfectly, guys. Another thing is Lauma. Gonna be honest, I don't really like her all that much. She's just kind of boring. It's just the boob thingy, like it just, why she gotta show that much? Like it just doesn't really fit her character, I feel like, but it's not a huge deal. I know a lot of people hate it. I am just like, could have been better, but oh well.
I feel like it would have fit her character more if her design was like more modest, and I was looking at some redesigns, some like fan designs for her. It looks a lot better when she's more covered up, and also I just don't like how it's cut. Like I don't like how it's cut like around her boobs. Like I hate how it's like a triangle, if that makes sense. Like it's just like a straight line, and it just makes her boobs look kind of like gross. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like it would have been better if it was like a more like, okay, here's some like trashy drawings, but like I feel like that would have looked better if they really wanted to make her show some skin. But I think it would have been just better if she was more covered up, because it would just fit more with her personality, in my opinion, and her job. And also something else about Inefa, I love her dynamic with Aino. I love how it's like kind of the opposite of what you would have expected. How Inefa is kind of like Aino's mom instead of the other way around, or just that Aino is the boss of Inefa instead of her the boss of Aino. I find that to be quite comedic. In Flynn's, okay, I feel like he's like basically Auroron, but like done right, because I don't know what they were thinking with Auroron. He just looks like an emo, edgy boy, spelt with an I, and his personality just seems like they were trying too hard to make him seem like cute, or like, oh my goodness, petit bébé, like oh my goodness, hi granny, I'm just making my vegetable garden. Like, what was that about even? Like, I don't know, he just seemed like a little baby loser, and I didn't like him very much, and his design, like, why is he wearing jeans? Why? It just doesn't work. But Flynn's, he is so cool, and I love him. And honestly, in the trailers, I don't know if I even watched a full trailer for Not Cry, gonna be honest. No, I did. I watched the one where it shows like all the characters, I think. But anyway, in that, I thought that Flynn's was gonna be a bad guy. I thought he was gonna be like one of the 5 sinners, which we did end up getting one of those, which I'll talk about later. But my drawing, oh my goodness, I really hope I will not come back in a week and be so embarrassed of it, because that happens so many times with guys. When I draw a guy, it just doesn't end up looking good later, and it's like kind of embarrassing. So hopefully he actually does look okay. There is like a 90% chance that I will be embarrassed about it later, and I will think it looks really ugly, judging by my past experience, but I feel like he looks okay the way I drew him. I don't know if it is good, but anyway, yeah, I like him. I love how he looks spooky, but he's actually like so nice, and I like him. He's so epic. I love when there's like a character who looks so mean and spooky, but they end up just being a little cute guy. And you know, I love how he's not like,
oh my goodness, guys, I'm just too cool and nonchalant.
Like, that's like so cringe. Honestly, if you're like that, like, shut up. Like, Alhaitham, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but I haven't heard that name in years. His personality, if I met a guy like that in real life, nah, you're actually so cringe, quite honestly. All that to say, I like Flynn's. He's so epic, and I like him. And you know who else I like is Yehoda. She's probably, if not my favorite, one of my favorite new non-cry characters. She's just so fun and funny, and I love her design. It's so cute and epic, and I just love it. Gonna be honest though, there's 2 things about her design that I don't really like. I don't like the design around like her chest. Also, I didn't even notice her arm was actually a robotic arm. I thought it was just like her outfit, like a glove or something. And also her star eyes, I love how they look. How does that fit into the lore? Is she wearing contacts? Like, I don't understand. Lore-wise, I feel like that doesn't really make sense. So if she's wearing like contact, like Kafka in Star Rail, her eyes don't actually look like that. They're contacts. I don't know. Is there any other characters with eyes that are like that? And I think the last thing I'm gonna mention is Rerir. Okay, there's 2 things. So, you know the part where it shows his real body when it's like reconstructed or whatever? First of all, these giant hands come out of the ground. And honestly, I thought those were supposed to be his hands. And then it wasn't. And then when he comes out, I was like, oh my goodness, that's so cool. And then he lands on the ground or whatever, and then it looks like he's huge, and I thought he was gonna be gigantic, like inhumanely tall, like a Nephilim, but he's literally just the same size as Capitano, which, yeah, I guess is still cool, but I thought he was gonna be big, like I thought he was gonna be like this, but he's the same size as Capitano, which I'm not trying to diss Capitano, okay, he's one of my favorites. It's the only like good thing that came from that one, but like I wanted Rerir to be inhumanely tall. It would have just been so much cooler, and when they showed it in the cutscene, I was like, oh my goodness, he's huge, that's so cool. And then it showed him again in like the regular cutscene, and it was like, why is he tiny? Like, he looks so small. It's quite unfortunate. I'm really excited for the next quests because, oh my goodness, also Columbina. I love Columbina. I was kind of like expecting her to be a bit more like creepy, kind of like how other people were, mostly because of how other people portray her, being like kind of like cute and creepy, which I would have loved. You know, there was like that one analog horror of Columbina, and I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was Dottore? I actually don't remember who it was, and it was like so good. It was like an animation. I loved that. It was so good, and I do kind of wish it was a bit more like that, a bit more like a spooky angel type thing, but what we got is cute too. I like her, and I really hope that in the future quests we get to go to the moon with her. That would be so cute and awesome. In the next quest, like, have you seen all the characters that are going to be there? It's going to be so stacked. There's Varka, who we haven't met yet. We've heard his voice a few times, but I'm actually pretty content with how he looks too. Pretty much exactly how I imagined him. There's going to be Albedo, one of my favorites. They really need to upgrade his hair. He looks so goofy. There's going to be Albedo, Durin, there's going to be Alice and Nicole, I think. There was going to be Scaramouche. And oh my goodness, I literally did not talk about Sandrone. Is it Sandrone or Sandrone? Quite honestly, I don't care. But she's cool, I guess. I drew her. I had no idea where to put her, so she kind of got cut off a bit, and also my drawing of her looks a little bit mid. Either way, she's okay. She's cute. I love how she looks, and I love how she made the Catherines. Okay, I was gonna draw Lauma and Nefer, but there was no space to draw them, so I didn't. You know, there's like these 2 little empty spaces there that are bugging me, and I did try putting someone there, but it just doesn't work, so there's gonna be just empty spots, and I had to even move Aino around to fit in Marionette and everything, so it's just
just not it.
But individually, I like Aino. She looks cute. Definitely like the simplest one of the drawings, but I still like her.
And then I drew Inefa. She looks a little wonky, but she looks okay. You know, she's cute, I think. I like it. But yeah, she looks not super good, but I don't know. It's good, it's fine. And then I drew, I think, Flynn's. It's not atrocious, it's not disgusting, but also it's definitely not my best. Like I said, I can't draw guys very well. It's not the worst I've ever done, but also it's not amazing. At the time that I drew it though, I was pretty happy with it, but now I'm kind of more like, I don't know. It's like okay. And then Columbina, I love. She is probably my favorite one, her, and I also really like the Yehoda drawing. But yeah, she looks so pretty. Oh my goodness, I love how her hair looks. I love how she looks. Also, something I didn't mention before, I wish that her outfit was like more pink instead of blue. I don't really like how her hair is pink, but then the bottom of her, like her clothing, how that's blue and the rest of her is pink. It just doesn't really match for me, and I'm not a fan of it. So also, what I drew here, she does have a different outfit than in the game. Not that you can really see any of it, but yeah, so that's her. She's really pretty. She's probably my favorite drawing on here. And then the Yehoda drawing, like I said, I really love it. It's so pretty and I like it. It's definitely not perfect, you know, something looks a little off about it, but I still like it for the most part. And then Sandrone, however you say it, she looks nice, I think. It's definitely not my best drawing, but it looks okay. Something I noticed though is every single character here has like a different way of me drawing their nose. Everyone has a different, I don't know, that's okay, cool, I guess. But I really love how I drew her hair. Like I love how I shaded it. I think it looks really nice, but yeah, definitely not my best drawing ever. I don't know what it is. Maybe her eyes are too close together. Oh, I think that might actually be it, or at least part of it. I think her right eye should be a little bit more to the left, but either way, it's fine. She looks okay. Definitely not enough space to fit her in here, but here's with and without the paper texture. And then here's my Guenevier drawing. I quite like it. So for this, I actually decided to do colored line art, which I don't usually do. And yeah, I've never really drawn in this style before. I think her shoulders are like way too small. I noticed that as soon as I finished her. The next day when I came back and looked at it, I noticed she literally didn't have any shoulders. It was so gross. So I kind of tried to fix that a bit. Still a little too small, but I can't really liquefy it any further, otherwise it will distort the drawing too much and I'll have to actually redraw it, which I don't want to do. And also the angle, it was supposed to be a bit of a low angle, but I think I kind of messed that up and I don't know exactly where I went wrong, but it looks more like a straight view, which kind of makes some of the things look a little bit wrong, but it's not terrible. I think overall it's a decent drawing. But something I noticed is her hair. Like, what the heck is this? Like, there's like a swirl thingy and then like two things connecting it. I do not like that, and I wish I could unsee it, but that's how she looks. Another reason to not draw fan art is you will notice things that maybe you don't like, but whatever. She's still cool, she's still pretty, I like her still. And then I don't know why, I just kind of felt like doing a full body picture of Olivia because I don't know, I like her design. I changed it a little bit though. And then I wanted to draw the other girl. I think Andy is her name, I always forget, but there was not really any space for me to do that, so I just drew her kind of on the side and took off Guinevere. I don't know if it looks good or bad, and I wanted to draw her with her glasses because I like her glasses. Yeah, and also I was originally doing the purple line art for her, but it wasn't really working with her colors, and also I could not find like a flat colors thing for her, so she did look a little red when I was color picking from the image, so I did like a divide thing to like make her less red. But yeah, hopefully it looks okay. So that is all my drawings. Let me know which one is your favorite, and here's with and without the paper texture, by the way. Yeah, and also if you liked my little animation intro thingies from my last two videos, don't worry, I am still doing them. I just didn't for this video because I only could think of one thing that would include both Genshin Impact and Knights of Guinevere. You know, I had ideas for just one or the other, but I could only think of one with both, and it would be weird to only include one. Like, it wouldn't really be funny, and it might just come off as like weird to some people. So I just decided not to do one for this video because I couldn't think of anything that would be not weird. So yeah, I'm still doing them, just not for this video.
Yeah, I think that's all.